Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is your friendly local neighborhood demon slayer, back at it again. Here to give you guys another general tarot card reading to see what's in our energies, see what messages we need to relay, what lessons we need to learn, and which demons we need to slay. I'm working with pre-shuffled card decks. We have Tough Love right off the bat. Tough Love. What else do we have? Universe. Hope every Wednesday and evenings have found them well. We have Burning Daylight in the reverse. We have Saving the Day in reverse. We have Upgrades. We have Bounty. We have Clout in the reverse. Alright, angels, what do you have for us? What can you add to this for us? We have the Six of Wands here. We have Two of Pentacles here. Okay. So we have both the Knight of Swords and the Chariot that wanted to come out. So I'm going to put these right here on the end. Alright, last round of cards. We have Ignoring Red Flags in the reverse. We have Enduring Sacrifices. And lastly, from this deck, we have Rite of Passage. We have Success in the reverse. Resistance is here, right under Bounty. And we have Closure here. We have the Empress here. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Alright, so I am most definitely talking to a divine child. Okay. Now, I'm calling this a child. I call anybody younger than me a child, so that's a huge range of people, okay? All right, so let me be clear. It involves a child and parent, the situation, okay? And this is a divine child, and this is a divine parent, okay? But this reading is about the child, and this child is over 18. So that's pretty much all I can say, but it is a young person. So like this isn't somebody who's in their 30s. They must be like between the ages of 18 and like 29. All right. This does apply to both feminine and masculine, okay? Because there's definitely more than one person with this story, or a similar story, okay? All right. So we've got those two characters. Well, I say two. There'll be one and the same for this reading, okay? So I'm going to refer to them as the divine child. And then we have a divine parent, okay? It could be feminine, it could be masculine, okay? So it could be mom, it could be dad. But I want you to keep in mind it could also just mean God, okay? God, or some kind of being working on your behalf, all right? Somebody that really, truly cares about you. All right, so let's start from the beginning. We've got tough love and ignoring red flags. Your divine parent, whoever this is, like if they're a person in the 3D and we're not talking strictly about God, they've lived a lot of experiences in their life and they've learned a lot, okay? Especially about energy. They can identify energies like that. All right, so your parent, whether you know it or not, which I'm going to assume that you don't know it. All right, otherwise I don't think this reading would even exist right now if you knew. All right. But this parent knew something was going to happen. They knew something was going to happen that was going to rip you away from them. And it's one of those things where this divine parent also understands universal law. Okay? So in other words, somebody out there is feeling hella offended because like, oh, well, why didn't dad come save me? Why didn't mom come save me if they knew this was going to happen? It's not that easy, okay? Because the situation that got you pulled away was something that you did, that you agreed to. It could have been subconsciously, it could have been manipulated by somebody, but regardless, you knew enough to have made a different decision that would not have taken you away. Does that make sense? Okay, so bear with me. This is a great reading, okay? But we've got some things to learn here on this journey before you can reach the part that you want to get to. All right. So mom or dad, or whoever was taking care of you, could be grandparent, guardian, whomever, right? They knew something was going to happen, and their hands were tied. Okay, you made some kind of agreement. You decided to do something, and you know whether you were manipulated or not doesn't really matter. It does matter, but I'm not going to get into that right now because that's not what applies to this story. Okay, but you were capable of making a different decision, and you didn't. Okay, and so that's part of the idea of the separation. It's to teach you some things about life and about how to treat other people. All right, so parent guardian was watching you get ripped away from them. And let me tell you, because I don't think you know yet, but it broke their heart in two. It destroyed their lives. You know what I'm saying? Any parent that really cares about their child, when that child is taken away for any reason or means, it's a scar. It's a scar that gets left on us. Like it's something that we have to carry for the rest of our life. But the reason mom or dad or guardian did not step in for you is because of universal law. If they would have stepped in and said, hey, you know you're being manipulated, blah, 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 then that's kind of like a manipulation in and of itself, right? Because you were already drawn to the storyline. You wanted certain things to happen, okay? And you maybe just didn't go about it the right way, or someone convinced you that this was the right way, so that's what you needed to follow, that's what you needed to hear. It's all okay, but guardian over here couldn't do anything for you, all right? Because this is a path to you becoming an independent being able to make decisions for yourself and face the consequences, and basically just take accountability for your own decisions in life. All right? If they would have stepped in, you would not have learned a goddamn thing. You would continue to take advantage of people, misuse resources, etc. All right? So that's what this whole thing is about. Right up underneath that, we have upgrades. So somebody knew that you had, I'm going to use the word inheritance, okay? Because whoever this divine parent is, they want someone to take on their inheritance, okay? Be it finances, be it psychic abilities, be it some other kind of supernatural gift, okay? They want you to have it because you're their child. But it's one of those things, if it's put into the wrong hands, even if it is their child, it could destroy the world, okay? And this being understands what is at stake here. So the upgrades are something that have been waiting for you for a long time, all right? These upgrades, this inheritance, whatever it is that the guardian is trying to pass on to you, people know about this, or they feel it, they see it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to tell anybody that you've got something good coming. And you don't have to tell anybody that you've got a good heart and that you're a good person. People just know and pick up on that energy, right? When you're truly just living your life and living your energy, people can pick up on that, all right? And they did not like the success that they could see in your future. So they wanted to take that from you. So there were some lies and deceit involved, okay? We can accept that. We understand. We've all been under the influence of someone at some point in our life. Good, bad, or ugly, we understand what it means to be manipulated and taken advantage of. So somebody was working against you. Right up underneath that, we have the Six of Wands and the Empress. So whatever protection that your guardian has over you, it has protected you so far. And you're going to know this, you're going to be able to confirm this for yourself if you're who I'm talking to right now, because you will know that things could and should have gone a lot worse than what they have right now. I'm picking up, you've experienced miracles. All right, so you made a bad decision, whatever, and it kind of changed your life for the worse. But even within that life of the worse, you got to experience miracles. You got to see God save your life, God save your family's life, God save this guardian's life, save your life. It may not feel too good to be living the way that you're living right now, but you're alive. Because I promise you, they were trying to kill your ass. And I'm being as dead serious as I possibly can because people need to understand. You need to wake up. You need to open your senses to what's beyond just what you can see with your two eyes. It's very important. But the Six of Wands is here also with the Empress. It's right now you can thank your guardian or your parents or whoever this person is. They are why those miracles happen to you. Because they love you so much that they are respecting universal law and they're not stepping in. Instead, they're using the power of prayer to put blessings over you and to send somebody out to help you slowly open your eyes and take off that veil so that you can see things for what they are. Okay? So just understand that. That doesn't mean that they're the only ones to thank, because obviously if it was put on their heart to do this and to pray for you, it was God's doing, right? So you've also got God to thank. Keep that in mind as well. All right, our next line here, we have burning daylight in the reverse and enduring sacrifices. Somebody just really wants to waste your time, divine child. They know that you're supposed to be on a particular path right now, and they really just want you to focus on them or some other BS that has nothing to do with anybody. They're really here to waste your time, your energy. They are taking that from you. It is theft. And then you have enduring sacrifices here. Now this relates in so many areas of your life, especially during this time right now. Okay? If somebody can knock you off your path, then they feel like they have sacrificed you. And if they can sacrifice you, knock you off your path, then they can feel better about themselves. Even though it's temporary, it's not going to last. In that sense, you are their sacrifice. Okay? Sacrifice for temporary satisfaction. But, you know, some people are into that for whatever dumb reason. Okay, so you've got sacrifices in that sense. Also with the enduring sacrifices, you've got, you know, if this is a decision, a poor decision that you made on your part that caused this huge rift and this huge shift of energy, separation, etc., it looks like some of y'all anyway, I don't know about all of you, but some of y'all have already taken upon the process of purifying your body, detoxifying your body, clearing energies out from your auric fields that don't belong or that are toxic or negative. All right? These are willing sacrifices. These are self-sacrifices. These are the only sacrifices allowed by God, by the way. It's not killing animals. It's not killing other people. It's not drinking people's blood. It's self-sacrifice. What are you going to sacrifice in order to get your life straight? In order to clear people's names? In order to bring the truth to the table? What are you willing to do? Okay? So it could be in the form of, you know, like just simply detoxifying your body. It could be a water fast. All right? It could be a particular kind of diet. It could be that you're getting rid of something that you've been overindulging in. Giving that up. Cleaning your body, cleaning your area, or your aura, right? You could like literally be using incense and burning Palo Santo or other things that help cleanse energies. You could be taking spiritual baths. You could be just cleaning your body better, right? Like it's one thing to get in and to wash and get out, but it's another thing to actually groom yourself, to take the time to scrub your dead skin cells off, exfoliate, to take time to put lotion and moisturize that skin. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all part of cleansing. All right. This is also people in your life. Like if I know this friend is toxic as fuck, they only use me, blah 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 blah, then it could be you cutting that person out or cutting out whoever it is, right? And or just limiting your exposure to these people, right? Some things may not be out of, you know, like say if it's somebody that you work with, you can't just get rid of them and you can't just avoid them all the time, right? But there are other things that you can do to kind of like limit how much exposure you get with them, setting up boundaries, creating those boundaries, knowing what to say, when to say, how to say it, so that these people, their energy aren't affecting your energy, because they will. That's what they want, all right? And then also the enduring sacrifices is, you know, you kind of made a sacrifice yourself. Like whatever this decision this was, this poor decision, was at the cost of other people, your family. Making this decision sacrificed your family. It sacrificed someone very close to you, or people close to you. All right, so that's it's no question to me why that's in the middle of our spread, the middle and top of our spread. Like that is our theme for the whole thing. It's just enduring sacrifices. And why are we enduring these sacrifices? What are they for? Are they going to benefit us? And if they do, how? And how, you know, we need to learn the difference. What sacrifices are good and healthy, which are not. So underneath that, we've got bounty, and then we've got resistance. I feel like whatever you are doing, Divine Child, whether you're in the middle of like cleansing, whether you're in the middle of making sacrifices, whether you're trying to start over, whether you're getting, like taking a different path, changing jobs, changing location, whatever it is, there's some kind of change that you have initiated. And that is good. It's reflecting through this bounty right here. It's going to bring you, help to bring you to where you want to be, assuming you stay on that path. We've got resistance here. Of course, there's going to be resistance here. Making that bad decision came with consequences. And one of those consequences is, let's say the decision was because you got with the wrong group of people. You became part of a gang, for instance. I know that's extreme, may not be the case, but like just for like sake of examples, right? So when you join this group or whatever, you abandon your family. Let's say you abandon your family to join this group so you can be cool, you can stay high, and you can like get away with doing illegal things and feeling powerful and whatever. All right, there's so many ways we could take this, right? But for instance, let's say that this is what happened. This resistance is coming from within the group. Okay, so again, it's part of the consequences for having made the decision. If you're consciously making a decision to stay around toxic people and to join toxic people and to, take on their perspective and start doing the things that they're doing, then they're not going to let you go very easily. They're not. Because number one, they assumed, well, if we caught them once, we can catch them again. Ain't going to be anything. No, easy peasy. We took him down once, we can do it again. Shoot, we say it's a gang, right? We're like, he has all the drugs that he wants. Like, he's not going anywhere. He's too addicted. He's not getting out of this shit. He would need a clear mind. That means he would have to detox and cleanse and do this and that. He's not going to do it. All right, but once they see you actually doing it, which you are, somebody like you guys are here, you're making some kind of change, some kind of initiatory movement because you do want change, you're going to experience that resistance. All right, because now it's kind of like you're attached to a demon, basically. A demon has attached to you. You have allowed them into your heart, into your space. I know you may not see it that way, but that is 100% what is going on. Oftentimes, we don't even recognize that we've invited demons into our life and into our vessel. We have no idea because we're not familiar with universal law. We're not familiar with demons. We don't understand, okay? And so, therefore, we are very easily manipulatable, all right? People can take advantage of us super easily, all right? And so now, you've got to deal with this attachment from this demon. You've got to take it upon yourself to do the homework and figure out how it is that you can banish this demon if, in fact, that's what you want. If you might say out loud, I don't want this. But if there's something deep inside of you that's like, no, I need to hold on because this makes me feel good, it makes me feel powerful, then you're not ready. When you're ready to denounce the power, the money, the greed, the fame, the fortune, the friends, when you get to that point, then you're worthy of detaching. Then you're worthy of setting up a boundary between you and this demon. Then you will be worthy. When nothing else matters on this earth but your freedom, then you'll be worthy of freedom. Next up, we have Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in reverse. So, you're juggling energies, okay? You're having to figure out, okay, who can I be real with and who can I not be real with, is what I'm picking up from this. So let's go back to that example, and I'm using this example because as long as you guys can see it and understand it, you can interpret it for your own life, right? So that's the point of this example. It's not to say this is what I'm reading or picking up, okay? So for example, we've got you are juggling these energies. Like, again, as I just said, you invited this demon in, you allowed them to attach to you, and so now it's just a battle of energies. Who's going to win? The demon or you? Who's going to win, the world or you? And you know that there's only one path to freedom here. There's only one thing that gets you out of this freedom. And you're trying to figure it out right now. Is freedom temporary? Should it be temporary? I mean, if that's the case, then addictions are definitely okay, right? So if I can get high every day, that means I'm free because my mind feels better? Well, is that freedom really? Aren't you living in the same situation with the same amount of resources? Is that true freedom? If you're staying with a toxic person, like in a romantic relationship, for instance. So some people get the idea that, okay, well, I'm free. Even though they treat me like shit, I only have to put up with them like a third or a quarter of the day, right? And so the rest of the time, I can just let my mind wander, go do whatever I want. Is that freedom, though? Because you still have to face that energy at the end of every day, right? You still have to sleep with them. Is it freedom? And if it's not, what is freedom to you? What is freedom to you? What is true, real freedom? Does it exist, and how can it exist for you? These are the questions that are being prompted for you to figure out, to dig deeper and get a little bit further into your path that you've started on here. You've got saving the day in reverse and the rite of passage. Okay, understand, divine child, you cannot save anybody. All right, so you may be in a situation where one of your friends, let's say you joined this gang and you joined it with someone else, like a best friend of yours from high school or something like that, right? For instance, or college friend. Well, they're pretty bad off too. Let's say that y'all did get into drugs. They're pretty bad off too. And in fact, they're probably a little worse off than you are. And now you feel a huge regret and a guilt and this and that, and it's stopping you from getting yourself cleaned up and getting the hell out of there. The fact of the matter is you cannot save a single soul outside of yourself. You cannot. You cannot. I know that sounds unfair and horrible and this and that, but you can't. And that is what your divine guardian, your divine parent, has realized that you haven't yet. They know that they can't come save your ass. But you know what they are doing? They're praying. And you know what that praying is doing for you? Bringing in miracles. Bringing in those aha moments and opening your eyes and seeing things for what they are. That's what those prayers are doing. That is the only thing we can do for people, is to pray for them. Okay? And you can see it. It's confirmation in your own life. You're seeing these miracles and how it saved your ass. It has saved your ass. Okay? Thanks to those prayers from mom and dad, from grandma, grandpa, from guardian that raised me. It's saving your ass. So no, we ourselves don't have the power to save anybody, but you know who the fuck does? God. Because his judgment is the only judgment that matters in this world anyway. So if he says to protect this child, everyone is responsible for protecting that child, and anyone going against that will perish. Period. And you have to understand that there are bad things put in our life for a reason. We are made to experience bad, negative, ugly things to teach us. And not just teach us, right? Like, I can sit here and say, well, I never had bad intentions. I was never going to hurt anybody, so why did I have to suffer through this? Well, that may be true, but now I've got experience behind it. Now my physical body has already created a healthy habit of acting in a moral sense instead of out of a chaotic sense. Does that make sense? I have self-control. So when I am further exposed to other energies like this, I am grounded. I don't have to worry about it. I know that things are going to happen, but mentally, physically, like, I'm still myself. And God is still pulling me from the trenches. That kind of thing. So right underneath that, and of course, the rite of passage, that says it all, right? So this divine child that I'm talking to right now, this is your rite of passage. This is a test. This is not a joke. This is a test for you. You know, this is whatever decisions you make on this path that you're on right now will dictate the rest of your physical 3D life, period. It will dictate how things go for you. It will dictate whether you reunite. It will dictate whether you get back on a good, healthy path. It's going to dictate the entirety of the rest of your life. Underneath that, we have clout in the reverse and closure. So one thing you've overcome is this clout. I feel like maybe you, like, there was some kind of peer pressure on you throughout this whole thing. All right, some kind of pressure outside of you being put on you by somebody close. All right, and it's like, well, you know, if I don't do this, then I don't look cool. And if I don't look cool, they won't want to hang out with me, and blah, 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 blah. But it looks like this is something that you have or are currently overcoming. You're not any longer concerned with this person and what you think they can offer you, because you realize they don't have anything to offer. It was just what do you call it? It was just a facade, something to bring you down. It was something they designed to bring you down, not bring you up. Then we have closure here. So whatever it is that your heart is broken up over, I don't know if it's a separation with your divine guardian or if it's more than that, because I feel like your separation from your divine guardian or parent is not the only thing that got sacrificed. This could be like an animal that was close to you. This could be like siblings. This could be friends. This could be other extended family members. All right, but you are going to find closure in all of this, but you have to stay on the path that you're on. You have to see it through. Underneath that, we have the Knight of Swords and the Chariot. So, I mean, this is beautiful. So if you take this on right now, understanding that this is your rite of passage, understanding that every decision, every teeny tiny little decision that you make is going to dictate the rest of your life. Are you just going to be lazy, sit by and just say, well, you know, I didn't really like my life anyway? Or are you going to take control and say, you know what, not only am I claiming my life, reclaiming my life, but I am going to decide how I want the rest of my life to go. Not someone else, not my friends who I just feel like, you know, I've got to be cool all the time with. Not my friends, not my lost, you know, guides. You know, you've got people that come into your life that act like they've got all the wisdom and they want to guide you, but they're not. They're literally misleading you. But assuming you stay on this path, you've got closure, you've got the Knight of Swords, and you've got the Chariot. So the Knight of Swords does represent drama, okay? But the true Knight of Swords is somebody who made the wrong decision, took the wrong path, all right? But they were haunted by that decision. They realized that it was wrong, it was unethical, and so they know that they're down to just like the last few minutes of what they have, and they're trying to use those last few minutes to set everything straight, to put everything back in order, so that this drama is dead and that no innocent person is being persecuted for something they did not do. That's what this Knight of Swords is. In his highest sense, that is our Knight of Swords. Somebody who cuts through the bullshit and is accepting that they did wrong and is publicly announcing that they did wrong and are taking the steps to make amends and to pay back what they owe. And you got the Chariot right beside it. You will get out of this situation. Whatever situation you find yourself stuck or glued to right now, you're finding your way out. Just stay on that path. Stay on that path. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. I'm very proud of you, Divine Child, okay? I know I'm literally crying right now because I can literally feel your parents' energy right now. Like, it is absolute pain and agony to have to watch your child go through the trenches and know that you can't do anything. You can't be there, you can't give them advice. All you can do is pray and hope that the seeds that they planted when you were little grow into something that's going to be helpful for you on this path. They love you. They love you. Okay? Like a divine parent, and this is a divine energy, okay, that I'm getting. This is not one of those bipolar parents where they'll be like, oh yeah, I love my son or my daughter, and I really want to be a part of their life again. But when they do get the opportunity, they just go back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not real. They don't really love you. They don't really want you to succeed. There are parents like that, unfortunately. But this parent, this guardian, this whoever has been so significant to your life throughout childhood. This is a true, genuine love. And they knew this was coming, and I'm telling you, they've been planting seeds in your life your entire life. They knew what was coming. So they knew what to teach you. They knew how. Everything you need, Divine Child, is already in you. Not just because of this parent, but because of God. And so it is a beautiful, beautiful energy. So don't for 1 second think that this parent is sitting here blaming you for this or that. This parent is tapped in. They know what's what. They know who manipulated who. They know what got cut up in what. And they're just living their life and waiting. They know that these things take time and that you'll wash up on shore. And they'll be right there to welcome you, to help you get up. You know what I'm saying? But there's got to be initiation on your part, which I am reading here. You've made some kind of physical decision. You've made some kind of physical step towards just taking accountability for yourself in your life. And that means some kind of change in your life that eliminates some of the manipulation, some of the toxicity, you know what I'm saying? So this really is a beautiful, beautiful reading, and you have so much to look forward to. You just got to get through this. It's tough, and you might feel tired and exhausted, and like there's no exit, okay? But keep going. Keep praying and meditating, all right? Keep doing what's right. Even if nobody around you appreciates you for doing what's right, even you never get recognized, you never get rewarded for it, there's always a reward for doing the right thing. It may not pop up and be presented to you right then and there, but I'm telling you, if you can make good, healthy, right decisions on this path, the rest of your life is going to be based on these decisions right here, right now. So be very careful. Take heed to what I'm saying here. Every little decision, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you present yourself, the way you stand, the way you sit, how much you clean, what are you cleaning, what are you detoxifying, all of that counts for the rest of your life. Every single ounce. And so when your enemies start seeing that you're making these changes, they're going to try harder. They're going to try. Oh wait, I thought we had him under control. I thought we had her under control. Why are they out here making decisions for themselves? Like, we told them not to do that, and yet they're going out and doing that. Well, we have to try harder. We have to come up with a different tactic to manipulate them and to make them think like they're doing the wrong thing. So they'll stop it. Hold on. Hold on. You've got this. You have everything you need to overcome everything that's being thrown at you. You have everything. Everything. Get creative. Pull it out of yourself. Alright, you guys. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me with this reading today. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. It really is beautiful. And Divine Guardian, if you're watching or listening, let me tell you, your prayers are working. Your prayers are reaching your child. Your prayers are protecting them, okay? And so just keep walking your path. Keep staying out of it. Keep obeying universal law. And those seeds that you planted, they're opening up. They're opening up. They're finally being noticed and being seen, and they're put to use for this path. So maybe just let your mind and heart rest for a little bit. I really get that you're exhausted, like, over the concern and worry. Just please get a good night's sleep tonight, okay? A good night's sleep. And trust in knowing that everything that you've done is paying off. It's paying off. You did good. You did good. And so are you, Divine Child. Keep working. This is all going to fix itself. It's all going to mend itself. You all will be able to merge onto a higher positive timeline, as long as y'all keep taking the steps that you're both taking. All right, again, sorry, keep getting carried away, but thank you so much, you guys, for stopping in and sharing this energy with me. I do wish everyone a happy day or happy evening, whatever it is, whenever it is that you are. And if you do feel so led, please leave a like, share, subscribe, or comment. All of it helps me to get more messages out to more people. And I do feel like we need that. I feel like we need more connections. We need more connections. We do. We all deserve that. We all deserve that. So until our next reading, you guys, please be good and detoxify from these karmic energies. Bye.